Welcome to Big Hoss's Tailgate. Hey, what's up, guys? We're back with my another episode. We got Eric Dillman of Eric Dillman Designs. Is that your interior design company?
It was. I don't really design much anymore, and then I just got stuck with that handle. So it's more social media related and podcasting related now.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
what you just do? You have. I know I've been a guest on your podcast, except we talked about more music than design stuff. But you're more like an interior design podcast.
It was in the beginning. I started out that way. Now it's kind of really any entrepreneur. I do two podcasts a week. One is the main pro series, which I just talk to an entrepreneur, talk about their life, and then talk about their industry. And then the weekends I talk about country music, which was what you were on for a guest.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so I'm always doing stand up, so it's like it was kind of weird to pop on but my day job is doing design. I do electrical design though.
Did we talk about that before? I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I draw blueprints for now I used to do it for steel mills. Now I do it for like commercial properties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just
So,
started that like last week. So,
okay. All like CAD related, Revit.
Revit. I'm more of a Revit guy.
Okay. I use
Yeah.
Revit a lot. I did the same exact thing for a retailer here in Pittsburgh for 3 years. So I know what it's like you're basically a draftsman for the company doing all the construction documents, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, but like I left the company I worked for, I'm making 10,000 more than I was making there, so and I get to like work from a cool office and see a great view of the city. I'm like, yeah, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I always thought like working in the city would be cool, and then you had to go get lunch in the city, and it's not so fun anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Commute probably too. Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from like Coriopolis area, going over by Heinz Field.
Yeah, that's not bad then.
Yeah, it's kind of nice 'cause you get to skirt around all the traffic, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have to deal with any of that.
Is it 5 days a week in the office?
So it's 3 days in office, 2 days from home, but you have to remote in, and that's not all. Me, I always like having like the physical machine there. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, but it's only 20 minutes from my house, so it's like I might as well go in, but then also take advantage of that work from home because you can actually get stuff done during the day.
I always loved working from home. You get so much more done.
See, me, I thrive off that social interaction, even though it's weird. I thrive off of social interaction, but then you have social anxiety on top of it. So,
Yeah, it's hard.
oh yeah,
Stuck in
It-
the middle.
oh yeah. And then my first day, you walked in there because it's like this big empty room. Everything's echoing and it's dead quiet. And I was like, does no one ever talk here? And they're like, nah, I guess we just got this one project to get out. They said the boss isn't here and he does most of the talking, so you're good. I was like, okay. I thought it was just me. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
My job was like that too. When I was going into the office, I was the same exact schedule. You'd sit in a cubicle all day long, not talking, and that was just miserable. I'd be rather be home doing, laundry in between doing projects or
Oh yeah.
something.
I like it. I like getting laundry done while I'm at work. So it's like, hey, I'm getting paid to do chores. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed your pictures back there, the Luke Combs and the Sam Hunt.
Yeah, I have nine of them. Kind of goes from like so they're all country music albums that I kind of manipulated the look of them to go through with them. I made my whole basement like country music themed. And these are nine artists or nine albums that like really defined why I love country music so much. And in order from when I was born to Luke Combs. I probably could add more to them, but the wall is not big enough for that.
Oh, nice. Which other ones? Because I only see the Sam Hunt and the Luke Combs one.
So it starts with Garth Brooks, and then goes to Shania, Toby Keith, Brooks and Dunn, Kenny Chesney, Carrie Underwood, Jake Owen, Sam Hunt, and then Luke Combs.
Ooh, which Toby Keith?
It's shocking, y'all.
Okay. All right. I rock that one. I like that one. That's the
I,
one with "I Love This Bar" on it, right?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I just Toby is he's always been like him and probably Kenny Chesney have always been a consistent artist in my life, meaning like they always are touring or they were always releasing music. So when he passed last year, it was just like devastating.
Yeah. Yeah. And my thing is, I always said Toby Keith was underrated because his slow songs are better than most people's, like, big hits. Like
Yeah.
his slow songs will rip your heart out.
Yeah, I think people always think of him as the gimmicky type of artist with, Red Solo Cup and, all those type of songs, and they forget about the deep cuts he does have.
One of my favorite ones is this song called New Orleans.
Okay.
Did you ever hear that one?
So
This is like before like Courtesy the Red, White, and Blue. So when he was actually like writing songs, like, trying to, serious songs and stuff like that. And it's about this woman that comes into town. She's from New Orleans, but like they don't ever talk about why she, how she got there or whatever. And then she settles down, marries this guy, and then some dude shows up. It's from her past, and it's like, I finally found you, but like now you're coming with me to New Orleans. And she's like, I'm never going back after what you did there. And then that they never tell you what happens, but it's just like she took a stand for herself in front of like her husband, like, I'm not going back to that lifestyle.
yeah,
And
I think I heard of that. I think I've heard of
yeah, that's like an
that.
underrated one.
That's why I love country music so much. It's like those type of storytelling songs that I feel like we got away from for past probably 10, 15 years. I think we're coming back to it now, but uh that's like the bread and butter of what made country music why I love it.
Yeah, I just did a podcast with this guy. He's big on TikTok. You might have seen his videos. His name's Dylan Weldon, and he's always telling the country music stories where I bet you didn't know this story, and then like he'll go into like the history of like the background of what like the story and like or the songwriter and how they came up with the story and what inspired them.
That's cool.
He went
I,
over
I love that.
yeah, he went over a story about Toby Keith, about like him and Chris Christopherson. They got into it at like a Willie Nelson tribute show or something. And he went into like, he asked somebody who was there, hey, did this actually happen? He goes, no, it didn't. He actually like completely, like, he goes through the whole story and then tells what really happened. And he was just like, yeah, Toby Keith wanted to meet this boxer, and it was like a high and buy situation. And it goes, the story just got completely blown out of proportion.
That's so funny. I love hearing. I had a songwriter on at the end of last year, and then I had a film director that did a bunch of music videos for In Country Music a couple weeks ago. I love hearing those behind the scenes stories and like how they were able to make. Like he made some like iconic music videos, starting with like Panic at the Disco and Paramore and Fall Out Boy, and then he got into like country music, and he's done it for the past 10, 15 years. But like hearing how he takes a song that's so literal, like we're talking about, it's like such a storyteller song. Like you could visually see the music video in your head, and he makes it so abstract so it doesn't take away from the story. It is like the coolest thing that I think I've fallen more in love with to bring those type of artists or those type of professionals on the podcast.
Did you ever have like a favorite music video that, okay, I'll ask you what your favorite music video was, and then a music video that um was nothing like how you thought the song was.
I mean, I'm gonna go dark here. Garth Brooks, Thunder Rolls.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Yeah, that's dark. But I think how cinematic it is. And honestly, Carrie is my favorite singer. So I her Two Black Cadillacs music video is kind of on that same dark world of Thunder Rolls. And I love those type of like heavily cinematic type of music videos. But a music video that maybe I was disappointed with, I don't really like the concert filmed music videos. I feel like it's lazy.
That's fair. Because it feels like you just took smash cuts from like all the tour, like your entire tour, and
Yeah.
that's fair. I agree
Yeah,
with that one.
they do it to songs that like really deserve a music video.
Yeah, like I mean, I was gonna say like a good example of like a I was gonna say a really good music video I like. I would say "What the Hell Did I Say" by Dirks. It was like that, like a concert video where you're just like, man, this song's way better than what you gave me.
Yeah, it's I don't like that. Another one that it stands out in my childhood is like Concrete Angel by Martina McBride.
Oh yeah, that's oof.
I don't know why the dark ones are coming to my mind right now, but those are the ones that are like most cinematic and most like storytelling ones.
Oh, dude, remember Alyssa Lies
So lies, no,
with it was that Jason Michael Carroll? Oh
no.
my God. So this song is about like his daughter coming home from school and saying how this one girl in school always lies. And he's just like, okay, like it's just little kids like bickering, whatever. Here, the little girl's lying because she's being abused. Like she's covering up all the bruises and stuff. And he finally goes, all right, like I need to like be a man and go in and say something. But when he goes in, here it was too late and she ends up dying. So he has to explain to like his daughter when they go to school, like, why is everyone crying? And he has to lie and tell her why everyone's lying, like why everyone's crying.
I'm downloading that right now so I can listen to it after this
Oh
podcast.
yeah, that's one of those ones where you're just sitting there like, why is someone cutting onions in my car? Like,
Whatever happened to him, Jason Michael Carroll?
so he was one of those ones. I think he kind of popped back up again when his daughter was on TikTok. Like, my dad's a famous country music singer. Can you guess who it is?
Did
And then
anybody?
all of a sudden everybody was like, "Who's your dad?" And then they guessed. They're like, "Oh my God, like I love that song."
Yeah, it looks like he had a song come out March of last year. I've never even heard of it.
And then some of those guys, it's weird. Like they have a couple hits and then they go into songwriting and then you never see them again.
Yeah, or they
Like,
fall out of love of the fame. Like they think it's some going to be something different, and they get to it, and they're like, "Nah, it's not for me."
yeah. Like I seen like Josh Thompson had a couple good songs that I really liked. And then I was like, "Where'd he go?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, he mostly does songwriting now." So I'm like, "What the hell?" I
Yeah.
guess there's more money in it.
Yeah, I mean, depends on. I read an article about songwriters and like who they want to write with and like who they want to pitch their songs to, and it was like a list of like the main, the A-list country artists, and Garth is one of those artists that no one wants to write for because none of his music goes to all the streaming services, so that's how they make their money nowadays. So it only goes to Amazon. So you can make the best song ever, and he'll release it, and it won't do well because it's only going to be on one streaming service.
Have you seen Tom Segura's Bad Thoughts?
Mm-mm.
He has a bit about how Garth Brooks does his social media stuff and how he looks like a psychopath and he looks like he probably kills people. Well, here he went and made this like short film series on Netflix, and he has a parody of Garth Brooks that he's kidnapping his fans and harvesting their life stories for songs.
Holy crap!
It is so dark, but it's so funny because he plays Garth Brooks perfectly.
Was he?
Like he has the whole beard and he dresses like him, like from the 90s, and it looks spot on. It's so freaky.
That's cool. I need to look that up. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Garth is
So
one of those artists that he's so iconic, but he's had like 4 or 5 albums come out in the past, decade, and no one really.
yeah, it's because he doesn't like one. I don't listen to. I rarely listen to the radio,
Hmm.
so like I never see any new music he has out there. And I think the last time he went on tour was 2019. I seen him at Heinz Field,
Yeah, probably.
aka Acrisure Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't
I
care
mean,
what the name says on there; it's still Heinz Field.
yeah. I think he does a little bit of what George Strait does and does like a couple stadium tours a year. But yeah, I don't think he's been on a proper tour since then. And he's one of those artists again, when you go to see him, you're not going to want to hear the new stuff.
Yeah, you want to hear the classic songs, and
Yeah.
it's like Brooks and Dunn. Like play the hits. Really don't care if you're gonna have a new song out, and it's gonna be like, all right. But most of it's like, even most of their new stuff is just re-releases of songs they have with other artists.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was kind of disappointed in that last one. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of artists are doing that. Like Rascal Flatts just did it last month.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because like the new guys have the market cornered on new music. Because it seems like anytime a classic artist puts out a new song, you're just kind of like, meh,
Yeah.
it's all right.
It depends. You have to stay relevant. I was talking about this the other day with my family. Kenny and Tim McGraw are like the only artists that could still put out new music and people will still listen to it.
Yep.
We've been doing it since like what, late 80s,
Oh yeah.
90s?
Yeah, because I would say I'm trying to think when Garth came out. I think Garth was like 88, maybe 89.
Sounds about right.
Because it's I know there's that class of 89 where it's like Travis Tritt. I think Randy Travis was before that. But there was like a group that came out like in 89. It's they called like the class of 89. And I think Travis Tritt was like the rebel out of the group. Maybe Clint Black was there. I'm not sure.
Oh, it sounds right too. It's funny how they do have those classes. Like you could go through the past so many years and like put a bookmark to each one of those classes. Like I feel like the mid 2000s was a big one too, with like
Yeah,
Jake.
like I would say recently for us, I think we had Cody Johnson, Riley Green, Morgan Wallen all in the same year.
Yeah,
Even though they've been around for a while, it's like they were all in the category for best new artist at CMAs.
yeah. That's probably what defines that group when they're
Hmm.
all in the same best new artist category.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like when you get in that, it's like, oh, damn, this is a hard pick.
Oh yeah. And and if it's a year that you're like, it's easily this person, that's when
Yep.
it's like not going to be like a group that sticks together, or they're going to be like a group that's going to be there for a long run.
Yeah, I like whenever you see. I think it's the ACM awards that do best new male artist and
Yeah.
best new female artist. I'm like, that's an easier pick than just best new artist, where you have to choose between.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it waters it down a little bit though, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that because then you're also, but then I'm also like, I really want to pick Megan Maroney, and I don't want to like leave Zach Top out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird that she wasn't even nominated this year. I don't understand why she wasn't nominated the year
Last,
before.
yeah,
When she's on her about to be on her third album.
yeah, I seen her last year with I think it was last year with Jamie Johnson.
Okay.
She came to Stage AE, and then now she's sold out Stage AE by herself.
People were out all on the North Shore, just like outside the stadium listening too.
Oh yeah, that's
People saw
crazy.
her.
She's like the new Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She's like a Taylor Swift for country.
Yeah. 100%. I think she could easily sell out an arena next year.
Yeah, it's almost like when you see someone like blowing up that fast, you kind of feel bad for them because they don't have time to like adjust to the fame.
Yeah.
Like it's immediate like oh shit, like I can't go anywhere now because I'll get swarmed.
Yeah. I think that's what happened with Sam Hunt. He like that the Montevello album, he blew up. Like he sold out. I remember I went to see him at Star Lake when that album came out. He only had maybe one hit song at the time. Sold out. I've never been to Star Lake that packed. I was in the lawn. You couldn't even move. You had to stand up. And
Yeah,
he left for a while because fame got to him and he had to like take a break. And I feel bad for people like that, but he was like he probably should have just stick with songwriting like he was doing before.
yeah, yeah. I tell you what though, some songwriting has like annoyed me recently. Like I was really stuck on Morgan Wallen's what was the big song last year? It's off his new album. I'm trying to think what it's called. But I know which one it is.
Like lies, lies, lies. Love
No,
Factory.
it's another one. But
Was
I
last.
was like irritated because I looked and I was like, he has 9 writers on this song.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And the song isn't that complicated. I feel that it needs 9 writers. And then when you look at the writers, I'm like, these are other artists. Like he's literally just like, oh yeah, I'm a big guy. So just say you wrote something on my song and I can just add you on and you'll get paid too. That's what
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it's happening.
Yeah, I feel like if you tweak one word, you're considered the writer on the song.
Yeah. And I was like, he's repeating the same thing like 5 times. Like, how is it? How do you have 9 writers for this? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's some artists that only write by themselves or only have like that group, that core group of maybe like two artists. But yeah, I don't think I dove into that that much and seeing how many writers are on each song.
yeah, that one and the Miami one really irritated me.
Oh, you don't like the Miami? So you don't like that remix that's about to come out?
No, it bothers
Oh,
me so much. Like, because
why?
when I was listening to it, like, one, I was like, how is this even a remake? This is not even the same song.
Yeah,
Like,
it
all
wasn't.
you're using is that Miami part for the chorus.
Yeah, that's all
And
it's supposed to be like a sample, a remix sample of it.
yeah. Well, then I was like, don't even say it's a remake then. Just be like, hey, I made a song and I used Keith Whitley's Miami, Miami as a sample. Just say
Yeah.
that. Don't say, oh, I'm reimagining as a hip hop song. I'm like, this isn't the same song. Like, it's not even the same story.
Did you see he's coming out with a remix of it with Lil Wayne and Rick Ross, I think.
For every country music win, I feel like I always get hit with a devastating loss.
Uh, I'm pumped for it. It sounds awesome.
Yeah,
I like
I
it all.
some of it's fun for me to pick on just because it's fun to pick on.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it all. I could go back to like the traditional stuff with like Willie and Hank and then come up with this stuff. It's like back in the day when Florida Georgia Line came out and people were hating on them, but they love Morgan Wallen. But Morgan Wallen uses like the same producer and all the same songwriters. And if you listen to Morgan Wallen's music, it sounds like FGL music.
Yeah,
And it's insane how people love one person but hate the other.
I think you need that one guy to break through and like shatter the boundaries, and then it's easier for everybody else to come in. Can feel. I mean, but the problem is, I think with him is that when I listen to his music, like it digs into my head, so it's like I can't like get it out. I was like,
Oh,
damn, like it's so good. But then it's like it's weird. Like you like it, but then you don't like it at the same time.
hmm. How did you like this last album overall?
I've only picked a couple songs out that I like listened to, but I haven't listened to the whole album like beginning to end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it as much as the first two, or no, I didn't really like his first album at all, with Up Down and everything.
Yeah.
Only two songs off of that, but the second and the third, I think, were his best albums. Dangerous and the one he released in 2023.
Yeah, those two I think were his best albums. Like this new one doesn't even come close, I feel.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah. I will say Post Malone surprised me when it came to music. That was shocking. Like I was like, "Oh, like I mean, he has a couple songs but like from his other stuff that I was like, yeah, this is good." But when he said he was good in country, I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be that good.
Yeah,
And
I
then when he did that
remember.
Brad Paisley cover, that was like, okay, maybe.
Yeah. I remember back in like I was in college at the time. Maybe it was like 2014 or something. And he tweeted, he's like, when I turn 30, I'm going to become a country folk artist. And he became a country artist at like 28, 29. I think he's 30 now, but it's insane that that's what he wants to do. I mean, he has another album coming out. Did you hear it's supposed to be more traditional?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. I did go to see him at PNC Park. Did you go to that show?
Oh, I did not.
I was at work and like tickets were on sale for like there was like a deal going through. It was like $130 and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to take that."
Yeah.
And then I came down to park and it was $50 to park and I was like, "Ah, that's where they got me with the sale."
I hate city concerts.
Yeah. But it was him and Jelly Roll. And I was telling my buddies, it's like when I went to the show, it was weird because I said it just looked like everyone looked like a version of me if I made different life choices. Like it was like, oh, there's me if grew up in the trailer park. There's me if I grew up with my dad's money and I drove his truck here, like stuff like that.
That's funny. Yeah, I wanted to see it. I think they said that they're going to continue the tour next year.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I He could have sold out Heinz Field. I feel if he'd have done that show at Heinz Field, he'd have had a huge, bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can get it done multiple nights too.
Yeah, for sure. Like you don't see that as often anymore.
No, yes and no. I feel like there's a lot more artists now doing stadium. I think in the 90s we had a lot like with George and uh Garth and even Shania doing stadiums tours, and we got away from them for a while, and then Kenny got back into it, and
Yep.
then Jason kind of got into it, and they kind of dabbled out of it because they couldn't sell out. But now I think we're getting
I think
uh
Kenny's the only one that can still like he was the only one for a long time that could just sell stadiums out.
yeah, in country
Like,
music, yeah.
which is weird because it's like I want to see like how his show will change if he ever has to go back down to amphitheaters or if
He
he's
did it.
always going to be stuck in stadium mode.
Yeah, he did arenas last year as like a
Oh,
little break from like May to June.
yeah,
Yeah,
because usually he comes to Pittsburgh around June, July. It's always that time. It's never like August or, but I guess that's whenever football's out. So it makes sense.
yeah, it's always a good day. Yeah, I don't think he's coming again next year because he announced he's going to be in the Sphere again in Vegas next summer.
That would be cool to see a show there. I don't
So
know how a country show would do there.
I've been to the Sphere. I went there last year when I was in Vegas. It was not for a concert. It was more for like it was like a Planet Earth type of thing.
Okay.
I don't know how it would be for a concert because it is so massive in there, and the stage is so teeny tiny, and it's so like vertical. So everybody like Kenny probably looks like an ant down there.
Oh yeah. Well,
But
I've seen videos like when Pink Floyd was there, and that looks like that would be the one where it's like, do not take mushrooms when you walk in here because this is gonna break your reality.
you get sick. I mean, you walk in there, and when you walk in, the screen's black, so you don't get that. But once you sit down and like the screen starts going on, it is trippy because the screen goes all the way like behind you. So like as far as you look up, it's going.
I heard they were talking about showing like UFC fights in there and stuff. I'm like, how are you gonna fit that in here? Like, I don't know how you would fit a UFC fight.
It'd be hard because I mean the stage is big enough for it.
Oh,
Down
really?
Yeah, yeah, there's a stage, and then in front of the stage is where all the lighting is, so it looks different than a regular concert stage. And there's no audience up against the stage.
Ooh.
A little bit different, just because of the screen pitch and everything. But I think it could work. They're putting some movies in there. I saw videos. The Backstreet Boys just started this weekend, and I'm seeing like all the visuals that they're doing. It's insane, like
Oh,
what
I
they can
s-
do.
I seen they're doing Wizard of Oz,
Yeah,
which
yep,
that could be cool. I just don't know how you're gonna expand that so it wraps around.
yeah. Yeah, that'd be hard with an old movie. Like with a new movie, you could actually manipulate the files. I don't know how they do it with an old movie.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do that AI expand. Do you ever
Mm.
see like AI expand where they do like what would this movie look like if it was vertical?
Oh
And so
no.
like they'll expand the view like up and down.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably just a bunch of mics and lights hanging down.
No, I mean, well, because it's using AI, it just expands the scenery.
It's true.
So it's weird. Like it doesn't show all the stuff that you would normally see if they did zoom all the way out.
Yeah. Huh.
Have you
That'd be
ever been on a movie set?
Yes, I went to Burbank in California, so toured multiple like the Friends set, all that stuff.
Oh, nice. Do
Yeah.
you actually get to like touch stuff on the set, or did you just like walk by and say, "Well, there's the set"?
Yeah, we walked through Lethal Weapons set, and
Oh, the
it
show or the
looked
movie?
show.
Okay.
And it's the set looks so much cheaper in person.
Mm,
All the walls are like cardboard, painted cardboard. Everything's super, super cheap, but it doesn't look like that when you're looking at it on the camera.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Like I was watching some of the behind the scenes stuff for the new Superman,
Hmm.
and they were showing like the Daily Planet like offices, and the guy who's like Jimmy Olsen, he goes to move the mouse on the computer, but the computer screen stayed the way it was. But it was like it looked like a real computer like for a second, like the way it looked. And then as soon as he moves the screen, I'm like, oh, you can clearly tell it's a fake. image on the computer already.
Yeah. It's interesting. That's a whole, I had probably 2 or 3 years ago, I had a guy on my podcast that makes the props for movies. Like he
Oh,
made
nice.
guns and I think it's Looper.
Okay.
I think he made it for that and a bunch of other stuff. But he just makes the props and he showed me one of the guns that were on the camera, were on the movie. He had it in his office and it looks so real, and then he just bends it. It's like styrofoam.
Oh, sweet. I always seen like when they did Star Wars and they showed like how they made the guns. They're all just World War II guns.
Oh,
And they
really?
just put like a different attachments on them to make it look like sci-fi. But if you look at some of the old Star Wars guns, they're all like based off of World War II guns that you saw like you can almost find the comparisons and match them up.
Hmm. A lot of creativity there.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's weird because it's like then you're playing Star Wars games and then you play Call of Duty World at War and you're like, oh my God, it's the same guns. Like I know how to fight with this. I already know how to fight this game.
Oh man.
Have you seen any new movies recently?
No, I want to see the new Superman, even though I feel like Superman, Batman, they're just being so overdone. Like they just
I will
keep
s- I will say this, the new Superman is great.
it.
Yeah, I went and seen it Tuesday because I went to go to an Amazon Prime screening.
Okay.
Like it's cool because it's all shot in IMAX. So like
Okay.
everything's very big and wide. There's a lot like they used a lot of fisheye lenses, but like it's weird. Like we've seen comic book movies, like people trying to make comic book characters fit in our world. This is the first time they're like, no, we're just going to show you what it's like to live in a comic book, which
Hmm.
is completely. It sounds crazy until you see the movie. Like it's like watching the Justice League cartoon translated to live action.
Yeah, I just feel like he didn't fit the Spider-Man mold.
Yeah,
He just didn't like, I don't know. He just didn't feel like he was the best fit for it. But I obviously haven't seen the movie, so I that might change.
yeah. It's definitely one of those. Like, there's a couple times. Like, there's one moment I would say I got a little teary eyed.
Oh, really?
I wasn't expecting it, and I was like, it just one of those like you're in so into the movie at a point where it's just like, oh man, this hit me like way harder than it should have.
Yeah, I'll have to see that. Probably when it comes out in streaming services.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
always like going to the theater though, just because it's like nice to be in a theater.
Yeah.
But it's just the time finding the time to go do it when
That's
you already have a busy day as is. And so I have 1,000 other things I could be doing right now.
I I usually go right around Christmas time because that's usually when I have time. Can't even remember what movie. There was no big movie this year that came out during Christmas. But that was the last time I was at the theaters.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, I do like going to the movies on Christmas Day because
Okay.
like you can just spend all day watching movies.
Okay. I've
I
never
th-
done that. That
we
sounds
did
like probably like it's empty.
well, it's a mix because sometimes there is a lot of people that say, "Yeah, we're gonna go to the movies and spend all day here."
Oh,
And
okay.
you know, because it's like I'm one of those. I'm honest, and I'll just buy a ticket for the next one. Other people just walk into the next one. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest about it. I have to be on. Like, it's gonna bother me because I'm. If I get kicked out, it's gonna mess. It's gonna bother my conscience all day.
They should give you a discount for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you plan on seeing more than one movie that day, you should be like, okay, we're gonna give you the rest of them at discounted rate.
Yeah. Yeah, they should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one. I think we did that for Avatar. We went and seen Avatar and Sherlock Holmes in the same day.
Holy crap, that's a long movie. I've never finished Avatar.
Well, I think we saw Sherlock Holmes first,
Oh,
and then
okay.
we were all like, "Yeah, let's go see Avatar." And then we went and watched Avatar, and oof,
Is that 3 hours?
yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
like the first one.
Okay.
The first one was like, "Oh, this is just Pocahontas and Dance with Wolves in space."
Hmm.
Wasn't that thrilled?
Shit.
I liked the second one way more.
Okay.
I'll
I
say that.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, yeah. I took. Well, I saw the second one. I took two edibles and decided to go. That made that movie way more interesting.
I was gonna say that's probably a good movie to do it.
Oh, the underwater stuff was trippy
I-
because it's like when they're filming underwater, they literally look like they're I seen like how they did it. Like they're like in a giant pool with a bunch of dots on them, but that was like, how did you get the fish to like look like real fish, even though they're alien fish?
That is fascinating how they do that.
It's why I think they take so long to make.
Yeah, and probably so expensive to make.
Yeah, that's why I think he said he shot two and three back to back because he's like, I have a story to tell with these younger characters, and I don't want these kids being like, there's a 3 year age gap and they're still playing 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing with, have you ever seen Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Same thing. Like you come back from season to season, they're like so much older. You're like, what the heck happened? You're
Yeah.
trying to see the story?
Well, and it's like I get it because it's like if you just would have kept going from the first season and just filmed all of them, and the show wasn't a big hit, then you wasted all that time filming the other ones. So it's like I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for that at the end though, to like figure out everything. I need to go back. That's one of those shows that like you have to pay attention so deeply to that I forget pretty much everything what I've watched.
Yeah, I'll watch the recaps when they do the new season because this is the final season.
Yeah. It's split into two though.
Three. Because they're
Three.
dropping the series finale on New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay. And aren't they like an hour and a half episodes?
Yeah, they're on. Well, they did that. I think was it the last season they did 2 hours,
Yeah. That
like
was
almost 2.5 hours for the finale because it was like we have so much to do. And I'm like, why didn't you just make a movie at that point?
yeah. I mean, they basically are.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like the one TV show that is basically a movie.
and there's still so many questions that they haven't answered that you're just like, okay, like what is everything really? Because like when you think was one bad guy, it's like no, he's actually not the bad guy. It's actually this other thing that's a bad like. So it's like no matter what, it's like all right, who is the villain here? Because
Yeah. It's changed drastically from season one to where we are now. Like
yeah,
it's nowhere near where I thought it was going to go.
and I love that they just took like existing terms and said, "Yep, that's the name of our villain." Like this is a D&D character that we're just gonna take the name from and use it as our villain,
Yeah. Yeah.
which would make sense that kids would come up with the names for the villains.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it makes sense for the show.
Yeah, because like us, we come up with terrible villain names.
Yeah. Yeah. I love how the last season when they were in the mall, like how accurate they went throughout the branding of the stores and everything to the 90s. That was so cool.
Oh yeah, they had to reach out to all the old like retailers because I think there's one where they actually go into a Radio Shack, and I'm like, that looks like how Radio Shack used to look. Like,
Payless and all those type of stores. Yeah.
dude, I'll tell you, have you been to a mall recently?
Yeah. Yeah. Ross
I went.
Park.
What's that?
Ross Park.
Okay, we went to like last winter. I was like, I did a student film.
Okay.
They were filming like in Beaver Mall.
Oh,
Yeah, and I would get there early, and this is around Christmas time, and I'm walking through the mall, and even though I've never really gone to that mall ever before that, I started getting nostalgic from the mall from the town I grew up in, and it's kind of dead.
yeah.
And it just made me sad because it was like, oh, I have so many memories walking through a mall when I was a kid, and now there's so many kids that have no idea what that's like.
Yeah, it is super sad. Beaver Valley Mall was one of the malls that I went to a lot growing up, just because I have family out that way. So going back to it, it's so sad. But Ross Park is still thriving. Like every stores, there's no vacant stores. It's so high end.
Yeah, and we just lost Century 3 Mall. Like they're demolishing that. That mall used to be that was the cool mall to go to because they had a carousel and it was huge.
Yeah. I still, every single time I pass that, see Century 3 Chevrolet and sing a song in my head.
Yep.
You have to.
Or even if you see like was it Century was the one was like it was the road it was like some road or something where you're like, oh yeah, that was part of the song.
Lebanon
And
Church
even
Road.
like when I'd see the road, I was like, I'd
Yeah,
start
Lebanon
hearing the
Church
song in my
Road.
head.
Yep.
There's like a whole generation that will never hear that. Like we'll hear that in our sleep one day and get triggered.
Yeah. What's going at the Century 3 site?
I have no idea. I think they're just demoing it. They'll
It's
put something there.
probably cheaper to just demo it.
I don't know why they don't just take these old malls and like redo them, like make them into like venues or something. Or
Well, I heard Walmart was doing that, buying up old malls and making them like warehouses and part into their stores just to make them bigger. But I always thought it'd be cool to have make it like an after school type of thing, like have like batting cages and sports venues in some of the stores and like tutors and karate and all that stuff. So like parents should just drop their kids at that place and they could go to all the activities.
yeah, they could do all kinds of things. Like, hey, there's an arcade here. They can go to the arcade, whatever, and then you know where they're at. They're not getting into trouble.
Mhm. Seal the
Be
doors,
perfect.
yeah, and have them check in at one entrance.
Like a
Easy.
buddy of mine I went to high school with, he went and took a space in like one of the malls and made it into like a gaming area, like for like esports and stuff. So like people can have like esports tournaments there. And I was like, that's a genius idea. No one's thought of that. Like,
The Pittsburgh Mills Mall, probably 5 years ago, I went there and they had this. It was called walkable plans where there were projectors pointing, they were on the ceiling pointing on the ground, and you'd walk your floor plan of your house while you're building like a new construction. So you'd
oh,
have like furniture on wheels and stuff. You'd move it around so customers that can't visualize how big their space is could actually physically walk their floor plan and scale.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like they
Didn't
should do that for VR and stuff too now. Like,
see, I've tried the VR. I could being a designer, I could visually see stuff where other people can't. And VR makes it hard for me. It looks so fake. It does I don't get the depth perception of it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
see, I do like VR for like some things. Like working out is really crazy in VR.
Working out?
Yeah, because they do like boxing in there. So the boxing, like you're actually weaving to dodge the guy who's hitting you. Where if you're just boxing a heavy bag, you're just standing there hitting the heavy bag. This here, you got to do the ducking and stuff. And oh yeah, by the end of it, you're like, oh my God, my sides hurt.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that. I feel like I want to see someone doing that. That'd be kind of funny. You walk into a room and just see somebody like fighting the air.
Yeah. And then that's the thing is don't get in the crossfire because they can't see you. Because they're
Oh
seeing
yeah.
all they see is what's because it's weird how much it messes with your reality. Like I'm terrified of heights. And there's a thing where I had to stand on a platform that was floating over like lava and stuff. And my legs were shaking because I'm
Really?
terrified of heights. And I really thought I was high up, even though I'm looking at my floor. Like as soon as I step out of the boundary, you see the floor.
I saw that on TikTok. They did it to a little kid that was it's probably the same situation as you, and they put him on like a physical board while he was in the VR set, and they pretended that they raised him and like touched a board on his head, so it sounded like he touched the ceiling, and they told him to jump, but he was really just an inch off the ground. They told him to jump, and he over jumped, thinking he was gonna
Yeah.
fall like 6 feet down. It's just funny how that he barely moved. Like how
Yeah.
to feel that. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh
That's
yeah, it's like my mother. She's terrified of heights, so part of me wants to like have her put it on just to see how she how she feels.
I feel like
But it's like I don't want that to be the reason my mom's not here no more.
a lot of older generations get sick off of that.
Yeah, because it's like it messes with them too because they don't know how to deal with it and are just like ah. Yeah, if they're on the verge of dementia, they already went full dementia at that point. It just kicked it into
Screwed
overdrive.
up. All because you wanted the VR.
Yep, all because you wanted a YouTube video that got 1,000 views.
So how's
Oh
this
man.
podcast going for you? How are you liking podcasting?
I have fun with it. I have more fun with like the in-person episodes. Like I do like Zoom episodes now because I figured out how to like because at one point I was doing it where I could like when I would talk, I would it would go up to where I'm talking and then the other guy would try to talk and like it would cut in. So I was like, oh, like so I'm still trying to master like how to do the Zoom ones, but I have a blast. like just talking with people and just even like other comics. And I meet so many people that they're just like, yeah, I'd love to do an episode. And it's an excuse to reach out to people and be like, I just want to talk to this person.
Yeah, it's great networking. I love it. So many people ask me, like, should I start a podcast? I'm like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's oversaturated, but if you're not trying to be like that next Joe Rogan, you're just trying to like create something fun for you, why not?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was like telling like some like my friends are like, yeah, I want to do a podcast, but I don't know what to do it on. I'm like, I do mine on nothing. Like I don't go in with a plan. I don't have like a list of questions. I was like, I just want to have an honest conversation with somebody and see where it goes from there and
Yeah.
talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Do you release them every week?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to start doing like the one request I've gotten from people is like, you should do more solo episodes, but those are hard.
They are hard in the beginning. I do them on the weekends and they are very, very awkward in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Cause you don't have that feedback and you're just staring into a camera and like, no one really cares.
Yeah. But after a while, it actually is kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is weird though in the very, very beginning. In the beginning, I didn't even record myself like video recording. I just sat at my desk and did only audible, just to get my feet wet with it. But yeah, it's a lot different.
Yeah, because I mean, like for me, because it's like I don't have like really anything to talk about, so I'll just talk about what's going on in my life. And sometimes that's I overshare, and it's like, oh, I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, I have that tendency to overshare, and I'm worried that I'm going to say something that's like, whoa, probably shouldn't have talked about that on a podcast.
Would you do it live? Or would you?
No, no, I do everything like pre-recorded, but I usually put everything up with no editing.
Yeah,
Like I don't edit anything out unless someone says specifically, "Hey, can you cut this like 5 minutes out?" Yeah, no problem.
yeah, yeah. It's easier that way. I trim the beginning and the front so it's like transitions from my intro, but that's it.
Yeah, the only time I do is like some editing is if I'm doing an in-person one because I have the camera set up and every 30 minutes I have to check the camera because it'll overheat.
Mhm.
Well, if I'm doing it on Zoom, I don't have that break because it's a constant stream and all I gotta do is hit record, so I don't have to put any breaks in unless I'm being cheap and I don't want to pay for pay Zoom. So I might do the 30 minutes here and then 30 minutes again.
Yeah. Which is not a problem. Having those breaks, if you listen to any podcasters, they'll be like, oh, they'll always put the commercial in and they'll break they'll physically break the episode. So I mean, I feel like it's a normal thing.
Yeah. And I
It
don't
just
really have any commercials to throw in. I need to start like recording commercials and stuff.
I'm the same way. I don't even know. I know there's agencies and stuff to get into that, but I mean, like you, full-time job plus doing this, that you don't have enough time in the day to do it all.
That's what I'm saying. Like my one buddy's like, he's like, you should be getting more listeners, man. He goes, you need to put out some clips. And I'm like, yeah, but like when do I have time to like re-listen to the podcast, put clips in? No, like he's like, well, make markers when you're recording. I'm like, then I'm not focused on the conversation. Like,
So what do you put out? Just like a still of the you guys talking?
so I'll make a poster
Okay.
and then I'll make that into like a reel, like, hey, check new episode out, whatever. And sometimes if I know that there's a really good moment in a podcast, then I'll go and clip it out.
Mhm.
But most of the times I just keep sharing the episode and sometimes Spotify will put in like chapters where like
Yeah.
they'll find the topic and it makes it a little easier for me. But yeah, occasionally I'll put out a reel if it's a really good conversation.
Yeah. I used to use because the majority of my episodes are on Zoom because my guests are all over the world. But I use Riverside for a while, which is like
Hmm.
Zoom, but it's just for podcasting. And it uses AI to get the clips for you. And I thought that was awesome until I used it and the clips were like garbage. Like it was like the worst clips of the whole entire podcast.
Do you ever try Opus Clip?
I've heard about it. No, but does it do the same thing? Can you insert the whole episode?
Yeah, like you can basically put the link to the YouTube in, and it'll grab the clips out and make it for you, and it already does the zoom in on the like you part and zoom in on the other person. Like it does all that. And I'm like, that's what I need. Like I need that person to like make clips.
That expensive?
I think it's 119 a year.
Okay.
So
Huh.
not too bad, but also like,
It adds up with
yeah.
Zoom,
When you're
all of
like, you
that.
know what, I got bills, I got other things I need to take care of right now.
So your podcast actually starts making a lot of money. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Until I can justify like spending money on it.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm in that phase where it's like I'm like I have koozies made.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Um and I just hand them out because it's like you can get 30 of them for $30 and all it is just upload your podcast logo to Amazon and they'll make you stickers, koozies, whatever.
People have told me to do the stickers and just start putting them everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I feel like I'll get arrested for that somehow.
I don't know because it's like everyone always putting them on light poles and stuff. So I'm like, I can't really see anybody complain.
It's true. Or like the bulletin board in a restaurant.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sturgill still has his markings all over the city, and that show was October of last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you walk down like Lawrenceville and stuff, you'll still see the imprint where it's like Sturgill Simpson World Tour in October.
Are those the ones that are on the cement?
Yeah.
I saw Megan Maroney doing that too. I
Oh,
don't know.
really?
Cool. Like hers are like a stencil, spray painted stencil that she put like the lyrics of her that song she just released a couple weeks ago. She just put it on the cement like that. I don't know how that's allowed.
Yeah, I guess because it's like really not littering.
But isn't that like graffiti? Like, I don't know.
I guess it's different if it's paid promotion. It's bringing people to the city. They can't really.
They might have paid the city. Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, because I never understand what's the difference between street art and graffiti.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you always see like the side of a building like completely done. You're like, that's technically graffiti. So what? I don't understand.
Yeah, and maybe if it's contracted and or it passed by the town, maybe or the city. I don't know.
Yeah, I did see because I'm a little bit. I'm a bit of a nerd. I don't know if you can see the nerd wall behind me.
I can't see it.
Yeah, well, it's I got like all my comic book stuff on there, like Captain America, and I was listening to Rogan. He had this artist on. I think his name's like I think it's David. It's like he's an Asian guy,
Okay.
and he's like known for like being an artist and traveling all over the world doing weird stuff. And he said he was he's a big Star Wars fan, and he was talking with like Dave Filoni, like who's from Pittsburgh that runs all the Disney stuff. And he's like, why don't you guys put in like street art? Like anytime there's been like big conflicts all over the world, there's always street art that resembles the resistance. And you don't see that in Star Wars. And then here they brought him in just to design street art for Star Wars, like graffiti and stuff. So he learned like the language and stuff and like spray painted on the side of the walls.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, that's cool that it found its way into like sci-fi.
Yeah, that is cool. It's such that's like another thing, just being connected with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Other reason why I do podcasts, you connect with some of the craziest people you'd never be able to connect with if you didn't have a podcast or social media.
Yeah, because I like going out and just trying new things because like you never know who you're gonna meet.
Oh, 100%.
I went to go be an extra in a movie. I can't say the name of the movie because I signed NDAs when I signed up for it.
Okay.
And like I was hanging out with these two guys, and like all we did, like we didn't get used in the scene at all, but all we did was just run around the set the whole time and like talk to people. But like,
Oh,
it
that's
was cool
cool.
to like there's one guy, his job was literally to watch what they're filming and watch the script and to make sure that all the shots match what they have in the script.
Hey, that's
That's his
cool.
entire job. He sits there and watches a monitor and like watches the scene and like checks to make sure that everything's filming the way they thought it was.
Yeah. How long ago was this?
It was a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what it is
Yeah.
then.
Have you done any of that before?
No, but when the Milton Hershey movie was recording a little bit ago, that would have been cool to do.
Yeah, I wasn't in that one only
Okay.
because it's a period piece. And they were like, we're gonna put you in these clothes, and I'm like, that's not gonna work for me. I'm a bigger guy, and it's 90 degrees outside to stand around in cotton suits. Nope, we're
Yeah,
not
they
doing
did a
that.
really bad time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
but they
seen they shot in like Washington County and like South Side.
yeah, and then they shot here in Harmony, kind of where my I went to high school. They just it's crazy what they did. I went the day after they cleaned up, and you couldn't even tell that they were there.
That's awesome.
And the thing is, they went so accurate into the point where they covered the streets with dirt because there was no cement and asphalt when, or in the area of Hershey where they're trying to resemble, there was no dirt and asphalt. So I don't know what they did. They tarped it down maybe and cleaned it up. There's not a trace of it at all.
What's like like whenever you go to like PNC Park and they have like monster trucks, or not PNC Park, I'm thinking
So,
PPG,
yeah.
and they have Monster Jam. You're like, how did you get these trucks in here with all the dirt and stuff and have it ready for a hockey game?
Yeah. One thing I never understood about that because they started doing them at Heinz Field this year, um, with the dirt bikes and stuff. But the emissions inside PPG, like how do they do that?
That's a good point. Yeah, because like that's when you'd be like, oh yeah, electric vehicles, that makes sense now.
But I guess there's some type of ventilation system with all the concerts they have and the pyro and the fireworks and the sparks and everything. They ha probably have to have a certain amount of blowing out.
Yeah. Well, I remember when they did you ever see Fences
No.
with Denzel?
Uh-uh.
So that's all set in like in the hills of like Pittsburgh, like you're like the areas where people didn't have a lot of money.
Okay.
But like a lot of those streets were brick. Well, now they've been paved over. Like there's still some bricks, hills and stuff that you see in Pittsburgh, but they actually had to go in with CG and stuff and put in the brick and like erase a lot of the skyscrapers from the cityscape. Like it was like featured in like movies that you didn't realize VFX is being used.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it's like you can't like it's so seamless that you didn't even realize that that stuff was missing.
Yeah. That's why I'm so excited to see that Hershey movie because it being filmed, I think they said like it was like 2,000 locations across Pennsylvania and how they're going to seamlessly make it look like Hershey.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's all supposed to be look like Hershey, PA.
And Hershey, PA is too built up to do those scenes. So they had to go across Pennsylvania and find areas that kind of like resemble and weren't touched as much to historically look accurate.
Yeah. I would it would have been cool to do that movie just to be on set with Alexander with I don't know how you say her last name, Daddario.
Who's that?
She was in she was in Baywatch.
Is she the, oh, she,
Percy Jackson, I think that's where she got famous, like from the Percy Jackson movies.
yeah,
And like she was in True Detective. She was the mistress of Woody Harrelson.
yes. Who was she in the Hershey movie?
She plays Milton Hershey's wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like kind of would have been cool to be on set with
Oh,
her, just be
yeah,
like, hey,
I see that now.
just so you could do that Stewie Griffin that walk up and go, hi, and just run away.
Yeah, I'm pumped to see that movie. Have you ever been to Hershey?
Yeah, I went on a school field trip twice.
Okay. I've been there a lot growing up, and it's one of my favorite places in PA.
Did you ever stay at the resort?
The Hershey Hotel? Oh yeah.
That
Every time I've been there.
dude, that like inside of that lobby with the fireplace and everything, that place is so cool.
Oh, you're talking about the lodge.
Yeah.
Okay, I've only stayed there once. Mostly stay at the hotel up on the hill.
Oh, okay.
Milton made the hotel first for his people and then made the I don't think he had anything to do with the lodge. I think the park, when the park was created and got like its traction, they made the lodge after that.
Mm.
If you go up to the hotel, it is all his vision. It's very historic. It kind of looks like the Titanic inside, like that
Oh.
architecture, that type of design, and everything is like to that. They remodeled it a bunch since then, but they did a very good job of preserving the historic like detailing of it all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's insanely expensive to stay at, but it is beautiful.
Yeah, I would say I do like the lodge. I mean, because I've never been to that part, but I've been to the lodge, and the lodge is like cool because I like that like log cabin feel when you're
Yeah,
like staying at a place. I do like that whole like 'cause there's some of their balconies were cool that you could be in, and
it's a cool
um
area for little kids to go to. Like as soon as you enter in one of those hotels and check in, they give you a Hershey bar. And it's kind of cool, just like the park. It has like the different candy bars, and that's how you're characterized on which if you're tall enough for what ride and stuff.
yep,
Basically, the Disney of Pennsylvania,
yeah, and it's all chocolate.
all chocolate.
Yeah, it's what we really it's what we really wanted Willy Wonka's to be.
Yeah, have you seen that new movie, Wonka?
I did like the new movie. That was pretty good.
Oh, I didn't like it at all. I
Oh,
didn't even
really?
know.
I felt like
I
it
was
went right into like Willy Wonka, like the Gene Wilder one. I feel like it
yeah,
kind of like went right into it.
yeah. Oh, okay. I guess I have to finish it. Maybe I was disappointed that you picked the actor they
Tailgate.
picked for him. Yeah. I think it should have been the guy from Shameless.
Wait, oh, you mean the guy that plays
He's
the bear?
on the bear, yeah. He looks so much like him.
Yeah, I mean, so the only reason I think I liked it the way as much as I did is because the guy that made Wonka is the same guy that does the Paddington movies,
Okay.
and those movies already have like 100% like critic score. Like it's ridiculous how much people love those movies because they're like so lighthearted. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this guy's perfect to do Willy Wonka, I guess, like
Okay.
to make the movie. So like he did get nailed. Like I'm not a big fan of the musical parts, just
Yeah.
because but they do kind of tie into the original a little bit. So they kind of set it up. So, oh yeah, this is the same Willy Wonka.
Yeah. I didn't like the musical. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. Because the original, yeah, it had some musical elements to it, but it wasn't a full-on musical.
Dude, modern musicals for some reason don't hit the same as like the classic ones.
Yeah, it's true. The last really good one in my opinion is The Greatest Showman.
Oh, really? I haven't seen The Greatest Showman. I've
That's my all-time favorite movie. It's
nice.
insane.
Yeah, I know like my I think my sister like she like watches that and she liked it, but I didn't like I don't know. I just like to me it's like this is too weird for me. Like same thing with West Side Story. That was too weird for me.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. No, I usually don't like musicals at all. And Greatest Showman is one of my favorite movies. And the soundtrack is probably one of the best soundtracks, original soundtracks for any movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like how they snuck it into Deadpool and Wolverine a little bit.
Did they?
Yeah, because like there's a scene where when they do the have you seen the movie? I don't want to
No,
spoil it for you.
no, I
Well,
haven't.
there's a scene where Wolverine and Deadpool have like a little confrontation and they're
Okay.
fighting in a van.
Okay.
And when he grabs his head, he smacks his head off the radio. When he smacks off, you hear that, you hear that in the beginning. And then he smashes it again and it changes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So people are like, oh, I like how they snuck that in a little bit.
Yeah, I get that because it's Hugh Jackman. Yeah, you need to watch that movie. That's so good.
Mm. Which is weird because I know there was some controversy with it because people were like, P.T. Barnum wasn't that good of a person. He actually exploited everybody.
See, I didn't know that it was like a little bit about someone else's life until years and years after watching it. So maybe that's why I liked it more. Um, yeah, I mean, overall, I think it was a great. He's not portrayed as a good person in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, watch it first. There's parts of it shows that he's not a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's a great movie.
Hmm. I knew that was a movie that like, stuck around for a long time. Like once people saw it, like it kept hanging around movie theaters. They said because people just keep going to see it. Like it wasn't a big hit right out of the gate. Like they just people just coming back to hear the music.
Yeah, it's on Broadway now, I believe.
Oh, nice. I wonder if he's done any of the Broadway stuff.
Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was a tour right after the movie. They went on the Greatest Showman tour and they went to all the they came to Pittsburgh and everything.
Oh yeah, I do remember when he did that because he was there was a fan that was like taking a picture with him, like while he was on stage, like they were taking a selfie, and he when he did the pose, he went and held the drumsticks like he was Wolverine doing the pose.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's just weird, like when you see him when he's not in Wolverine mode, how like small he is, and then when he goes to be Wolverine, how he bulks up.
That can't be good for your body.
No, I don't imagine it is. I'm like, you think he would just maintain it, like,
That's probably hard to maintain. Have you ever heard um when they redid Baywatch?
yeah.
Zac Efron got interviewed and he had to really bulk up for that movie and how miserable he was and how hard it is on your gut to eat that like that. And he's like, I don't think I could do that ever again.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
Because I've always heard like stories like with with like for like Christian Bale,
Oh, dramatic right there. He's done
dude,
it
when he did
all.
the Machinist, and he's like 90 pounds, if that. Whew. And like he's
He's done it
just look,
all though, from Batman to be really ripped and then the Machinist to be like anorexic and then he went to be obese in that other movie.
yeah, he did that from there was that one they did it in the 70s, American Hustle,
Yeah.
and then he did Vice where he played Dick Cheney. And they asked him, "How did you gain all the weight for that?" He goes, "I'd buy these little pies that you see at the store." And he goes, "I would just eat those pies all the time."
It's so horrible.
Whew. And there's a scene like where he has his shirt off and he's posing, and it's like, yeah, that it looks like what Dick Cheney would look like.
Yeah. It's insane. He's probably the actor that changed the most for all his roles. He's very underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's a movie. Have you ever seen Vice?
No.
Dude, that's a movie where it's like, I don't know because of when it's made. See, that's the problem with like political movies is that depending on who's making it, if the side they're on, it's biased.
Yeah.
But a part of me is also like, we all know Dick Cheney was a villain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this dude is a villain.
Yeah, I've always I don't think I've ever seen one of those type of movies. I've seen documentaries. I know Reagan was big when it came out last year. I've never seen that yet though.
I did watch the Reagan movie and I thought it was pretty good.
But
Like, it's still kind of like, but it does kind of paint him like more of a, in a light, like more in a brighter light than what he actually was in. So it's kind of like, that's the problem when I watch movies like that. It's like, how about just show me the real, like show me both sides, like show me the good and the bad.
they do that with documentaries too.
Yeah.
Watching on Hulu, there's a show called the Great American Family
Okay. I think I've heard that one.
with the girl from Grey's Anatomy, the main character. But it's a real story about this. They adopted this little girl who had dwarfism and some other medical stuff. Turned out she was like evil, like absolute evil, tried to kill them multiple times. It was like a crazy show. And I watched the whole acting show. And now I'm watching the documentary and the documentaries from the real dad and the real brother is talking and how different the show is to the documentary and like how Hollywood they made this side and like how much evil she actually was in real life that they didn't paint her like as that evil in the show, even though she was pretty evil in the show.
Yeah. And then because there was one where they thought that was the situation, but then it turned out like she actually wasn't
Yeah,
that way. And they thought she was an adult
yeah,
and she's not.
she was.
Yeah. So like, well, because I thought there was one where they did a DNA test and they're like, no, actually, she's 9 years old. Like she's actually a kid.
Yeah, it's so confusing.
Yeah, that's
I'm only halfway through the documentary now, so I don't actually know the full story other than what I read online. But if you watch the show, it's like back and forth. Like there's parts of it like she's 100% at least 5 or 6 years older than they tell you she is because of things that they find.
yeah,
Uh, and then like they analyze her face compared to someone that she meets that has the exact same disorder as her and how much adult she is and like it's insane.
yeah. That because it was weird because they tried to basically because it felt like you ever see The Orphan?
That's yeah,
It
it's
literally felt like that,
yeah, they bring that up a lot.
which is a freaky movie. Like I
Yeah,
was not expecting that movie to go have that twist, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
yeah, it's scary. These but these real life TV shows are like I love watching those things. And then I go down a rabbit hole and just have to research it myself and figure
Yep,
out what's real, what's fake.
I do that all the time. Like trying to figure out, like, okay, which character did they just make up? Like Masterminds is a good movie like that.
I haven't seen that.
It okay, so it's a comedy, but it's based off a real thing that happened. Because like that and Pain and Gain.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Because Pain and Gain, I watched I remember when the 48 Hours like documentary came out that told that story, and then they're like, yeah, let's make this into a movie with Mark Wahlberg, and it's even like the movie recreates everything, but they put like a comedic spin on it,
Yeah.
but still being like, keep in mind this is the real story. Like we didn't put this in there for comedy. This is actually what happened.
I
Yeah.
love those type of movies though. Just seeing those and like seeing the differences. That's just fun part.
Yeah. Which one like because I like watching ones where it's like they tell the story of how they knew it at the time, and then there's like a big revelation in real life where it's like now the movie looks completely wrong because we now know something completely different.
Oh, this is going to be kind of a little political, but when Filthy Rich came out on Netflix, or was that pre-COVID maybe about Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
I would love to see a sequel now and maybe probably like give it a couple more years so we could actually get more information out that's
I
not
don't
being.
think that's a political stance though, the whole Epstein thing,
No, I
because
think
it's
it's just
like,
I think it's taking political because of how many political people are a part of it. I think
yeah,
that's kind of why it's gone.
because my thing is that like because I do love talking conspiracies. I love a good conspiracy, but I'm like they say, well, no, there's never been a list. I'm like, well, then how do we know that Prince Charles was on the list?
Yeah,
If there wasn't a list, how do we know that his name was there? And it's like we know why you're not releasing the list because people are who are in office are probably on that list that we don't want to talk about.
yeah.
You know, and it's one of those like I get it. Wait till he's out, maybe.
Well, I don't know if they'll ever release it because it has more. It probably has the past out of the past like 4 or 5 presidents, 4 of them have are probably on that list.
Yeah, I mean that's,
I
but
don't. You have to wait until they die, probably.
well, and then the other part is that maybe it's not the government thing because like there's I seen there was the idea float around like maybe it was a foreign government that like did that,
Yeah,
and I'm like that's an option too. Like people ask you about the moon landing, and I'm like it does make sense why we would lie about it because you're trying to look better than another country. But then at the same time, it's like if that ever gets exposed that you lied about that, you have no credibility anymore. It's gone.
yeah. You lose a lot of faith in the American people if any of that comes out.
Yeah, which I think a lot of it, I think there's some points that's why they've just been admitting to things because people have already lost faith, I think.
Oh, years ago.
Yeah. So it's like my parents are like they're like from the older generation. Like my dad's in his 80s, my mom's in my mom's in her 70s, and I love like telling them a conspiracy theory and then they're like, "Oh, that's conspiracy stuff," and then pull up the real articles and show them, and then it just you see their brain just like short like misfire.
Yeah, like lies their whole life. Have you ever seen that movie about the moon landing that was like done like last year?
No, I wanted to with Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, it's on Apple now, Apple Plus. Uh, but it's good. It's kind of a comedy, so it's not as serious of a movie, but 100% could see it being that way.
Did you watch Apple TV a lot?
Oh yeah.
I said, did you watch? I've watched Ted Lasso. That's my one of my favorite shows of all time.
Lasso is I don't think it's the best one on Apple, but it Apple has like only quality TV shows, in my
I
opinion.
I need to get caught up with Shrinking 2, season 2.
Okay, I've never got into season 2. That's the thing. They release them every one like once a week and
Yeah.
forget about them.
Yeah, it's one of those you almost like when you know the show's dropping, set a calendar for 10 weeks out.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the easiest way to catch up.
yep. They
'Cause
have some great shows though, like Defining or is it Defining Jacob with the who's Chris Evans is the dad.
okay.
And then Cherry with Tom Holland. He's a veteran that has PTSD real bad. Um, so it's a really dark movie, but it's really good. Blackbird's great. They just have great shows and movies.
Didn't they do the Blackberry movie for that? Wasn't that for Apple?
I don't
With the
know.
dude from It's Always Sunny?
No, so it's about the phone BlackBerry.
Yeah. It's about like
Yeah.
how the phone came out.
They had the Tetris one that came out last year.
I did want to see that because I think it was cool when they showed the prototype of the Game Boy and how he found Tetris and was like, "Oh my God, we could use this to like sell with the Game Boy." And I think that's like I don't know for sure, but at the time it was like the highest selling video game of all time because it came with the Game Boy and people bought the Game Boy, you'd automatically get it.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good movie. I think they had did they have the Beanie Baby movie too?
I think they're doing a Beanie Baby movie.
They had one. Maybe it was Netflix that had it. I watched it last year. It's called Beanie, and it was good. But it was more of like a lighthearted type of movie. It wasn't as serious of a docu-series type of movie.
Did you know anybody that had a bunch of Beanie Babies?
I had maybe like one growing up, but
I remember you get them from like McDonald's did like a promo thing like that. But my sister had a chair, and I remember when she first got married, she had all these Beanie Babies like on the chair like together. I don't know where they ever went. I think she might have threw them away because like they just eventually like
oh man, they're probably
yeah.
worth so much.
Then there was the rumor that there were spider eggs inside them.
Really? That was a rumor?
Yeah, it's like some urban legend, like, oh, there's spider eggs. Because when you open up a Beanie Baby, that's those little silicone pellets.
Oh, okay. That's funny. I never heard that one.
I heard there's like a new version of Beanie Babies out there now. I don't
There
know
are.
what it is, but
They look the same, but they're a little bit more cartoonized. Like their eyes are like humongous. I saw them at a, where did I see them? It wasn't like Walmart or Target. It was like a specialty toy store. Um, but yeah, it's crazy how much they died.
yeah, it's weird how like fads like that. It's like whatever happens to this thing after it's gone,
Yeah.
and then people just move on, and throw it away, and then next thing you know, years later, they're worth money, and everybody's like, "Damn it, I should have held on."
Did you ever have silly bands?
Oh, those little like I remember those in high school, but
Yeah,
like I
they
didn't
were
have.
bracelets, but they were
Yeah.
like shaped, if you take them off, they were shaped as an animal or something.
Oh, okay.
That was the same thing. They
Yeah,
were
I remember those.
easy, and then they just went away.
I remember like there was these different color bracelets everybody would wear, and supposedly all the colors meant something,
Yeah.
and people would just make up what they meant just to mess with somebody that they didn't like.
Yep.
So like they had like this weird color on it, like you know what that means, right? And like then would actually Google it. It's like no, there's no founding to this. Everybody made shit up.
I remember that. Yeah, they did that with silly bands as well.
The worst thing I hated about when people did that was when you would talk to someone in school about video games and they would make up something about the video game like, "Oh yeah, if you go to this one spot on the map and do this one thing, something crazy is going to happen." And then you go do it and nothing would happen. And then like you're on YouTube 10 years from now and that gets mentioned and they're like, "Yeah, this was an urban myth that people spread for some reason."
That's weird.
And you're like, "Damn it, I got duped like 10 years ago and I can't believe it."
That's so weird. I wasn't much of a gamer. I mean, I
Oh,
had systems, but I barely ever played.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten that way now because I'm just so busy.
Yeah.
So like a couple times I may hop on Fortnite with some like comedian buddies and we'll play. Um, but most of the time I'm either playing Cyberpunk or Red Dead.
No idea what those are.
Oh, well, Cyberpunk's like you're like in the future and like you can body modificate your stuff, but it's a first person role playing game. it's one of those like if once you start playing, you can get sucked into the world, and then you're like meeting all these different characters and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And then Red Dead, I just love westerns, so it's like
Oh,
I get to role play as a cowboy and run around on a horse.
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and then if you take an edible, then you can walk around, pick flowers, and just walk around the map, pick flowers, and no one's gonna say nothing.
That's hilarious. Is that one of those ones that are on VR?
No, they haven't done a VR for that. That would be insane.
That would be cool.
No, that's like a PlayStation and Xbox one.
Oh, okay.
That's like a Grand Theft Auto spinoff.
Oh, okay. I played that when I was younger, but I didn't play it for like the funny part is my younger brother, who's like 3 at the time, asked for it for Christmas, and my parents had no idea what Grand Theft Auto was.
You would think by the title alone, that
Yeah,
might not be something to like.
and they ask you if for your ID at that time too. So like I don't know. But once they found out what the game was about, we just had to play it on mute. And we never played it for the missions. We never were killing people. We were just driving around. Like we're 3, 5, and 7.
Yeah,
Then we got a little older and figured out like there's missions. You have to kill people. You have to do all this stuff.
yeah. It's usually the older one being like, "I need to play this game alone." Why? Don't worry about it. I'm going to the strip club. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
play this alone and watch everyone dance all cartoony.
That new one's supposed to be coming out soon, isn't it?
So it was supposed to come out this year, and they pushed it to next year because they want to make sure it's polished before they put
Okay.
it out. Which I mean, when they put it out, there's going to be some bugs. There always is. Um, but yeah, that one comes out next year, and you're in Miami. But the
Isn't that
difference is, yeah. So four, everything changed when they did GTA 4 because that's the one they went to New York and they actually painstakingly did like went to New York and took photos and tried to recreate New York City for for Grand Theft Auto. And it's a pretty good accurate like interpretation of like New York. And then 5 they went did the same thing for LA. So like now you have LA, but then they also did parts of the map where like it looks like the mountains of California, like you're in the woods of California. Like they kind of like did a little bit of the state to kind of give you like um like an even blend of all the geography.
Hmm.
So now they're doing that with Florida for the new one, but for Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, Miami would be cool. I've never been to Miami. So I'm like, that's to be cool just to see what Miami looks like from a virtual standpoint. Then when you get there, you can see all the similarities.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I remember them being having it in Miami. I just didn't remember what it was. I think I only had like 3 and 4. What are they on now?
I think they're now on like PS5 and Xbox. They update them for like almost every system, it feels like.
You have to buy like an actual game now, or is it streamed?
So depending on your system, like because some they sell you with a disc, like that you can this takes discs, and the other ones are just all digital now.
Huh. Yeah, it's a world that I've never really been into since probably 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, you never even done like a Wii and like played Wii Sports?
Oh, we had a Wii. I have a PSP. That was
Ah,
probably what
PSPs. I
I
remember
had.
those.
Yeah, I had a Game Boy, I had a PSP. Uh, the thing that we played the most was our Dreamcast.
Oh, I missed the Dreamcast.
We had a Dreamcast. We played that a lot. Like the Tony Hawk, the 007 game, those type of games.
Oh yeah, those old 007 games were the best.
They were. Even Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk was like ahead of its time.
Oh yeah. Well, they just remastered one
Yeah.
and two and three and four. Three
Yeah.
and four just came out.
On everything? Is it available on everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes if you have a really good computer, you're just better off buying the PC version and playing it that way. But like your PC has to be like almost like a mini like nuclear power plant to run stuff. It feels like anymore.
Probably, yeah, because of how big these files are.
Yeah, I mean there used to be that saying that going around like, can your computer run Crisis? Because if your computer couldn't run Crisis, your computer couldn't do dick. Like it was like insane. Like it was a weak ass computer. You
I
could
don't think
tell that your parents bought it only for schoolwork.
yeah. I don't think I've ever played a video game on my computer.
I played like the Flash games, but I've never done like a regular full game on the
Yeah.
PC.
Maybe like Roller Coaster Tycoon, remember those?
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember those.
I those are on the computer, but that's all.
That's fair.
This is when Sims first came out.
What's that?
Sims? Yeah.
Yeah, I never played Sims.
Oh,
I always
really?
hear people talk about Sims.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. You kind of just it's just life. Weird.
I just knew it was like fun just to kind of like mess with people. Like people would do things to mess with their characters.
Yeah.
I think people would make death show up and stuff like that. And
It's kind of like RuneScape. I feel like RuneScape was kind of like that for a while. People,
I,
there are missions and stuff, but people didn't really do it.
yeah, I had a bunch of buddies that were like into RuneScape. Like it was weird how much they were into RuneScape.
That was huge. Club Penguin. I've never played Club Penguin. My younger brother had that, but
There was one they used to play called Maple Story.
People Story.
That was it was like all like it was like 2D characters like a side scroller, but like they had like a huge massive online following. It was weird.
Huh.
Yeah. So how did you get into design? Like what made you do that? Like you're always like an artistic person or
Yeah, and then my parents were building a house when I was in second grade, I believe. And just that whole process really got me into architecture and designing and everything, and was able to have those type of classes in high school, which was awesome. And then I wanted to be an architect, went to tour a college and actually shadowed a student and realized that's not what I want. And design was what I wanted. So I went to school for interior design.
oh nice. Yeah, I just went to school for like computer drafting, so that's yeah, like the 2 year program. Do you like did you go to like a 4 year college or did you just go to
Yeah, I went to IEP.
okay.
Yeah. So we had all the classes for computer. We took CAD, Revit, Photoshop, all the classes like that.
Yeah, I always heard IUP was fun to party at.
Oh, it's
Can you attest to that?
I miss it so much. So much. I go up there now because I do a lot of stuff with the work with the students and I'm on the alumni committee and stuff, and it's not the same. It's
Oh,
sad.
really?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably still fun for them, but you're just like you're stuck into like the nostalgic part of your brain thinking of like the bars that were there and like everything that was there, and a lot of it's shut down and new stuff's there, and it's just not the same place.
Yeah, like it's I feel like do you ever party in Southside at all?
Yeah.
Like I remember Southside used to be way more fun, way more like jumping and stuff. And now when you go down there, it's sad.
Yeah. I'm terrified to go down there actually now.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do stand up down there like they're like on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but because there's not really a whole lot going on down there.
Where
But
do you
then
do
when
in Southside?
down at Mario's,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like they have a open mic night like on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And like I said, it's not a whole lot's happening down there. Like there's still like college kids will come in and hang out, but that's about it. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday is when it just basically comes to shit show down there.
Insane.
I heard they were talking about maybe putting a curfew down there, and I think they should at this point. Like that place needs to be locked down at midnight.
Yeah, it's scary. Even going there during the workday, sometimes I have to drive through there, and I feel like there's no rules. Like people are crossing the road at
Yeah, there's
all
just no.
times.
Yeah, like my one buddy said he parked on the side street and someone like broke his window trying to steal stuff. He's like, all it's in there is my joke book. Like, what's that going to get you? He goes,
Yeah,
it doesn't get me anywhere. What's it going to get you? Like,
terrifying down there.
yeah, it's, I mean, there's still like some cool, like, I went to Tiki Lounge down there
Oh,
and I was like, man, this place used to be so much fun. And
the
don't go
smell.
on when the lights are on. That's not a place to go into in like during the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went in one time during the day and had to use the bathroom and it was this was like years ago, so I apologize if it's, this didn't happen last week, but like there was puke in the sink from last night. And I was like, yeah, we don't need to go back to a bar in the South Side during the day.
Thanks. I think I did that once to the Tiki Lounge. That I just that smell of that place.
Mm.
It's just chlorine and alcohol and it's bad.
Yeah. And it's like then everybody's like walking through and they're like, what are these hallways for? Don't ask. Don't
Yeah.
go down that hallway. Like you don't know what's there. Leave it alone. It's good.
Yeah, that is it's a gem though. I feel like everybody knows about it and has a story to talk about there. That
Oh
and Mario.
yeah. Like Mario's always like someone like I ran into somebody I was telling about Mario's and they were like, I think I was there for a bar crawl and I was black out and I was there. And they were like, I don't remember how I got there. I was like, yeah, you'll sober up in one of the rooms and then try to figure out how to get out of this building.
Yeah, I like. Have you been to Mario's in Shady Side?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
That's nice. I like that one. I think
Yeah.
Shady Side's a lot more classier.
Yeah.
People.
The only thing that sucks is the bathroom being downstairs
Uh,
because I always feel like I'm going to fall going down the steps going
okay.
down there. But that's about it. But like, did you
Hmm.
ever go to William Penn when it was across the street from there?
No. Oh, maybe I have.
Yeah, they turned it into a jewelry store now.
Oh,
But
okay.
like it used to be like right across the street. Now they moved to like Lawrenceville.
Gotcha. Well, that's another very hopping place now.
Yeah. Do you ever go to ever been to Belvedere's down there?
I've actually not really been to any place in Lawrenceville.
Ooh. Yeah,
I've
you have to
heard,
come down sometime. We'll have to go out and like hit some places up.
yeah, I've not been to Lawrenceville. Mostly South Side and Shady Side and North Shore.
Okay. You've been to Tequila Cowboy and Aldean's.
I haven't been to Aldean's.
Aldean's is like it's basically where you go to pregame to go into Tequila Cowboy.
Oh, okay. They're the same,
Yeah.
did you know they're the same company?
Yeah.
I've been to the Jason Aldean's in Vegas, not in Pittsburgh though.
Have you ever been to the one in Nashville?
I've never been to Nashville.
Dude, you can't be a country music fan.
I
You have to
know.
go to Nashville.
I think we're going next year for vacation, actually, oddly enough. But no, I've it's been on the bucket list forever.
When you go, shoot me a message. I'll tell you some good spots to hit.
Okay, we'll
Because
do.
like everyone's gonna tell you, oh, go to Broadway.
Yeah.
Broadway's good for like one day. The rest of the day, go to like Music Row because that's where like you have a good chance of running into somebody if you're in Music
Okay.
Row. Because it's like you're away from all the chaos.
Yeah. I listen to some country music podcasts and they talk about like the bars that, like the true like townies go to and like
Those
the
are the ones you go to.
untouched and like those are the ones you go to.
Yeah.
I really want to go to Whiskey Jam just to experience it. I've heard so much about it. It'd be cool to go there during the show, but I don't think they have one when we're going, but
I went there. This was like before COVID, like 2017, 2018. And I went to my first whiskey jam and I ran into Cassidy Pope, ran into like I was just talking to her thing. And then one guy said, hey, Cat, like someone walked up and recognized her while I was talking. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I didn't even realize that's who you were. And she's like, yeah, I'm just a person. I'm like, I didn't mean it that way. I was just like, I was talking to you, like just being friendly. I didn't know, I didn't mean to bother you kind of
probably a
thing.
compliment to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there's a couple like people you'll meet there. Like Chris Young sometimes pops in and he'll just like sing a song because he's always in the area. Um I've been to there's a place called Santa's Pub that's cool.
Okay.
It's like a huge double wide trailer that at the time there was a bunch of it was you'd walk in, it was like a haze of just cigarette smoke. But they had pool tables in the back, karaoke, and then the owner was had a taser and was like telling people do not swear in front of women or he'd crack the taser if he heard you heard swearing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a Kid Rock wrote a song about it.
Oh, really?
You ever hear that song Tennessee Mountaintop?
I don't think so.
If you ever hear that song, it's about that place and I think they filmed the video. There's a couple videos filmed in that place.
Okay. That's cool. That's another cool thing. I just want to go to the iconic things. Like I do want to see Bluebird Cafe. I want to see the ramen. I want to see Grand Ole Opry. I want to go to the museum. Like I want to see all that.
Yeah, because like when I went down, I met people when I was down there,
Yeah.
and so I had a bunch of guys like, oh hey, you should come to this songwriter show tomorrow night. So I went to this bar called the Local, and here you get the guy who's singing unanswered prayers, and he's like, yeah, this guy's in the Hall of Fame. He wrote the song,
Wow. That's
and it's
cool.
like this older guy, and the voice isn't the same as like what you know the song from, but it's cool to see the guy who wrote the song explain like, oh yeah, like that's actually a thing that happened to me. I went back to visit and ran into this girl, and I was like, well, thank God I ended up with my wife and not her.
I think I heard his story on a podcast before. But yeah, I love hearing that. I would love to see a songwriters round. Just that would be so cool to do.
Oh, and they're all over the place down there. The one you want to go to is the one at the it's a Live Oak.
Okay.
That's the one you want to go see where it's songwriter show.
Hmm.
You'll run into like a lot of the songwriters like, "Oh, I love that dude's like songs because I know all the artists who sing them like."
Yeah.
And you never know who I met Riley Green down there one time.
That'd be,
Uh his bars he has a bar down there.
yeah, the Duck Blind, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, it used to be Winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when it was Winners, and I haven't been down there since they changed the name.
It's crazy how much they're doing this. It's probably sad for the town.
It is because like so when I was down there, I met the guy that owned Losers, who was George Strait's road manager.
Okay.
And this guy would tell you stories from like being on the road, and he'd tell all kinds of stories. And I would sit there and talk old music with him, and just we'd just sit there and just chat. And I was like, man, I'd love to see what this town used to look like. He goes, this town will never be the same. He goes, because they've ruined it. He goes, they made it all touristy and stuff. He goes, it used to be touristy, but it was reasonable, like tourists. Now everything's just become a party environment, and they're just letting people do whatever they want. He goes, the guy's like, the town's not the same as it used to be.
Yeah. And
Kind of
it's
makes me sad.
yeah, because these restaurants aren't they have these artist names on them, but the artists really don't have a lot to do with them at all.
Yeah, they show up the first day, and that's it.
They do have a contract. They have to pop in like every so often to do like a show, but that's really it. I would if I was an artist, I'd be making a restaurant that had nothing to do with myself. I had no branding of myself, just
Yeah.
making what it was back in the day.
Or like, was it like Roy Rogers had those restaurants, the Roy Rogers things? But like he did it and was just like, cool, that's a restaurant I own, and just never shows back up.
Yeah. Yeah, do that. That'd be easier. Yeah. I think Garth does fully own his restaurant,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, but that's
Yeah, I
Garth.
seen Jelly Roll has one down there. It's like, why would you give one to someone who's just new?
Post has one now, Posties.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why give these guys bars?
Laney Wilson has one.
Florida Georgia Line had one,
Yeah, now
and then when
it's
they broke up, I think it became Dirk's.
yeah, and then Morgan has one. Eric Church has one.
Yeah, it's
One.
that's when it starts to feel like Gatlinburg.
Yeah, yeah,
You ever been to Gatlinburg? How touristy it is?
yeah,
I I hate Gatlinburg simply because it's so touristy. Because it just seems fake. Like I like when like honestly, like you live in PA. Have you ever been like up north like to like Du Bois, like Driftwood, like those places? Those places get a lot of tourists, but they haven't changed since the 50s when my dad used to go as a kid.
yeah.
Like I like when you go to tourist place like that. Whenever it's all built up and super fake, it feels like you're looking through the facade, and it's like, this is all money making.
Yeah, I think it's just becoming that. It's becoming Hollywood 2.0. Celebrities are moving there that have nothing to do with country music. That I just saw on social media that they're building a Ritz-Carlton, like one of the biggest Ritz-Carlton in downtown Nashville.
I
So I
always
mean,
like when you go to Nashville, the best thing to do is just get an Airbnb
yeah,
because you have that way, like you have your space. You don't have to worry about being trapped in a hotel room. Like there's a
100%.
washing machine, so if you want to wash clothes, you can do that. It's just way easier down there.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'd probably do. I think we're going there next year for vacation.
Yeah, just don't do what I do when you think you're getting a really good deal on an Airbnb, and then you look where it's at, and it's, oh yeah, it's really close to this one bar, and then when you get there, like the Uber driver's dropping you off, going, "Hey man, like next time you order an Uber when you go to leave here, make sure you have them meet you at the door," kind of thing, because this is a rough neighborhood. I'm like, thanks, dude, thanks. Now I was wondering why it was $90 a night here.
Yeah, do a little bit more research. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because
fun.
that's the bad part is when you see like a town, you don't know where the bad areas of the town are.
No, and
Like
it's
in
not like they're gonna like put that on the Airbnb website.
Yeah, because like you'll
Oh,
ask them like, "Hey, what's the area?" Like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty safe." Then you find out safe meant like there's only a shooting a week instead of a shooting every day.
or a mugging or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but all right, man. I see it's yeah. I don't know how much time we were at because I can't see it. It's not showing me like the timer, but I feel like we've been talking for a good bit.
Yeah, I think it was good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to have you on again if you're ever down in the future.
Absolutely. Always down to talk about whatever.
Yeah, you have to come do an in-person one, and then we'll have to like go out and like hit Tequila Cowboy one night,
Let's
do
do
some
it.
karaoke.
I'm not gonna do that.
Come on, what's your karaoke song? You have to have at least one.
Nope, none of them.
None? You
No,
never got drunk, did too much, and didn't
not
karaoke?
karaoke. Not that I know of.
Damn.
No, no,
Usually I can get people eventually, like, by feeding them tequila eventually, and they'll go up.
no. I'd just be in the bathroom puking if you feed me tequila.
That's fair. I always go, when I get a tequila cowboy, you always get the big margaritas.
I don't think I've ever had a margarita. I've only had like beer.
Oh, dude, like they're big margaritas, like they're like $16, but they're in a huge glass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one night I had three of those just like because I was like my goal was to see how much can I drink here. So I had like mixed drinks and then switched to that and had three of them. And the bartender's like, I can't give you another one. And I'm like, why? And she goes, that's too much booze. I'm like, do you see how good I'm standing up now? And my one buddy's like, that was pretty good acting. I was like, yes, I am trashed right now. Like she was 100% right. She shouldn't have gave me another one.
Uh,
But you know how it is. Sometimes when you're drunk like that, you can earn an Oscar nom for how good you can act sober.
yeah, and it's just like that next sip, what ruins it for you.
Yeah, it's like yeah. As soon as you take that one step, and that it's game over.
Yep.
So, but all right, man. Yeah, why don't you tell people where they can find you at, like where they can find your podcast and
Yeah, Eric Dillman Designs on really any social media. I have Pro Series podcast on Instagram, and my podcast is called Pro Series. I have an episode come out every week with a professional, and then the weekend it's all by myself. I talk about country music and really whatever.
heck yeah. Do you do Spotify and like Apple or is it
Yeah, it's on everything. It's on
okay?
Spotify, Apple, Pandora, Google, everything.
YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube as well. Yep.
Nice, sweet. Yeah, we ours is right now. I think we're just on. Well, me. I guess I'm just on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, and YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just because I'm using the RSS feed to post everything. So
Spotify?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
what
just
I
use the Spotify creators because
easy.
yeah, it's super easy and it's like I didn't know like when you're starting out, you don't know where to go. So
They make it so easy for you.
yeah, but all right, man, I'll let you enjoy the rest of your day.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man, if you're ever down to talk, more country, hopefully I run into a concert.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably will.
going to Hardy this year.
No, I was just at George Strait, so that's the last one I went to. Um, but nothing yet.
I was gonna say I'm going to Hardy this year because he's coming with Co Wetzel.
When's that?
August and start at Star Lake.
When in August? I don't think I saw that.
I think it's like mid-August or maybe towards the end of August.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I might have to snag a ticket for I think Dirks is coming this week, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know. I've seen him once. I don't know if I want to see him again.
Yeah, but Zach Top's coming with him.
Oh.
then now all of a sudden you start winning people over.
Yeah, that changes it.
I don't
Okay.
know. I seen Dirk's like,
He's good. He's good. It's just he's not an artist that I want to see every single time he comes to.
okay. Because I remember when he did like when he was doing Drunk on a Plane,
Yeah.
like the way they had their stage set up, the stage actually opened like this, and then the plane came out, and he came out. He was in the pilot seat, and he came out and did Drunk on a Plane with like the
Okay.
people who were on tour with him,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's kind of badass. I'll give him that one.
Is it at Star Lake?
Yep.
Star Lake just doesn't have a lot of I've seen many concerts there, and no concert has a lot of like the pyro. I like the entertainment factor of it, and there's not you can't really do much there.
Yeah, Post did that a lot when he
Really? Yeah.
did PNC. Like he was shooting flames off, and it
Yeah.
was actually pretty cool.
That's something George, there was like nothing. He just stands there because it was Chris Stapleton and Parker McCollum. They all just are like the same type of artist. They stand there. Um, but Carrie does a lot of it. Have you ever seen her?
Mm.
Oh, her show is filled with pyro.
My buddy said he saw her at Carolina Country Music Fest,
Okay.
and he said it was amazing.
It's
She played in the rain. He goes, it was awesome.
oh, okay. I've seen her the past three times she's come to Pittsburgh. Her concert, not this past time, the time before was amazing. It was like a big old eyeball and it was 360 and it was insane. Like the projectors were on like sheets that were around the eyeball.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and then the last time she was here, she was singing through like an orb. She had like two sets of stages and she was doing like acrobats in an orb and singing and it still sounds amazing.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like there's a couple artists I think I want to check off my list before I go. I think she's on there.
she has to be.
Yeah, between her and Dolly.
Oh, I would love to see Dolly.
Yeah, I don't know if Dolly's doing anything now since her husband died. So,
She's in Vegas. She's going to Caesar's Palace.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah, she just announced that this past week, I believe.
nice. I
It's
seen
right
she
after
was on that
Tailgate.
Ozzy Osbourne tribute.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she called in or something. Which, phew, did you watch that?
No, but I heard about it.
Watch the last thing he sings, "Mama, I'm coming home." Ooh, I got chills just thinking about it because the way he was doing it, like he still sounded good, but they were showing the audience, and you're seeing people from all generations like crying because Ozzy's going away.
Yeah. That's my favorite song of just Ozzy's.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. I mean, it's underrated but overrated at the same time because it's like,
I had a guy I used to work with, and every time that song would come on, he'd shut the radio off.
oh, really?
He hated it. It was like I love Ozzy, and that's my least favorite Ozzy song. He said.
It's very un-Ozzy. That's probably why.
Sometimes you got to get that. You got to, you know what I mean? Sometimes if you got an emotion, you got to get it out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. I appreciate you coming on. Um,
Appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
yeah, man. Like I said, anytime you ever want to come on, shoot me a message. We'll set it up. And if you're ever in the city and you want to do an in-person one, definitely hit me up.
Cool. That works.
All right, man.
Awesome.